Peace and high frequencies, everyone. I want to talk first about this conversation I had yesterday. I was about to, I hesitated because I was about to share who it was, and I was like, no, don't do that. But we had this conversation, and we were talking about, she's a hoodoo practitioner, and we were talking about hoodoo, voodoo, Ifa, and just the different religions and the Bible. And then she asked me, did I believe in Jesus? And I told her, no, I don't believe in Jesus in the way that other people possibly would believe in Jesus. And she said, well, what do you believe in? And you know, I stood there for a minute, and I thought about it, and I was like, I don't believe in anything outside of myself. You know, I don't believe that I have to. And so that's when she said, okay, you just are. She said, you are a manifester because you just are. You harness energy from yourself and you manifest it in this reality. And I told her, yeah. I was like, I've been really thinking about that lately on more deeply than I have before on my creation ritual, or my creation or manifesting magic, on how I do it. Exactly, on like what is really going on. Sorry, y'all, sun in my face. What I'm doing, and really making it and making myself be able to do it again and again and again. And so I was driving, I thought about it, and I was just like, yeah, I don't believe in anything outside of me. And then the first two words that came to me is I am. I just am. I am all that is. I don't see anything outside of me as being, except for the all-knowing consciousness, but I am a droplet from the all, right? I am all in physical manifestation. So even when people talk about, well, Jesus was the Son of God, and I am the Son of God. You are the Son of God. You know, I don't even look at not religion, but gender, because it's really, I am a female, or I am a yin manifestation or feminine manifestation of the all consciousness. You may be a male, you may be the masculine or the yang manifestation of the all consciousness. You know, whatever the case may be, we are that which is what we don't know, what we cannot define. You cannot define. Once you try to define it, you are not in an understanding of what it is. There is a in Taoism and Buddhism, we talk about how when you start to define things, we know that there is no thing, and what the consciousness, all mind, is no thing. Like, we can't give it a name. We say no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch. We cannot give it these things, because once you give it that is no longer anymore. It's not for us to define the all. But I know that I am the all, right? I know that you are the all. People are driving the street, they're the all. And so that was just put, in my spirit to share with you all that that's just my personal journey and walk. It may not be the same for you all, and don't get me wrong, I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that you should not believe in Jesus. You should not believe in Krishna or Allah or whatever the names that you give these different, Allah is a name for God, I'm sorry, or whatever name you give to these different deities that you possibly worship. I don't worship anything. Well, I can't say that, because worship is just bringing it into the space and recognizing the energy of what that is. And so I will usher that energy in. I don't have a problem with that. But when I'm looking outside of myself and I'm holding it to a higher honor than what I am, I don't do that. I don't look at anything outside of me as being greater. The only thing that is greater is the all. And so yeah, I want to just touch on that and definitely get your thoughts on what your belief system is. How does your belief system help you to manifest things into this reality? How does your belief system actually work with you in bringing forth those things that you want to have come into this world? I'm sorry, I gotta put my sunglasses on. This sun, I'm loving it. I'm about to go into the park and get some more of it, but it's throwing a glare. Okay, so going into the dream now, I'm gonna talk about two different instances. Last night, I got all comfortable and clean and got in the bed, and I wasn't sleep per se. You know how you're in the middle state, and I calm my body down, and then I noticed that I drift off. Now I've noticed that when I drift off, y'all, all the time, I'm not always in a sleep state. I've learned now that I'm seeing stuff and I'm going into other realms. But the way that my body goes into other realms is like when I'm in the middle state, and I can be halfway here, halfway there, but think that I'm asleep and I'm not asleep. But anyway, I'll get into that later on another time. But I drifted away, and I'm in this cosmic battle. I'm like flying in the air with someone else on some type of vehicle that goes in the air, and it's this helicopter type of thing that also has it also is shooting out like these missiles, and that's the best way I can try to describe it. It was aiming at us and the other of us that was fighting against this helicopter like space craft, and it was shooting out these missiles, this ammunition. I'll just say that's the proper word I should use. And it missed us, and then I had someone that was next to me in the vehicle that I was driving in the air, coaching me on maneuvering it and where to go, because it was more than just that one. So we were able to fly, we missed it and diverging against, moving against it, and it couldn't catch us, and it started focusing on others, and we went under this helicopter type of spacecraft. And then there's this huge spacecraft that is in the air, and it is like really about to attack. And then I come out, I'm back here. I wake up, I'm back in this reality, or I come out of that trance visual manifestation. And the first thing, and I shared it with Divine Connection 228. If you haven't followed her page, Divine 228. I shared it with her because I possibly had drifted out for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, if that. And I told her, I was like, everything is happening all at once. That just let me know. That was more of a confirmation of me knowing that everything is happening all at once. Everything is happening all at once. That It was just the mere fact that I was, at home in the bed. But really, another part of me is somewhere fighting in this cosmic war. And just so happened, I drifted into it and came back out of it. And that was the first thing that came to me. Like, this is not all that is. Like, even though a lot of people cannot recall or remember what's going on when they dream, it still does not make it not relevant, or not the right word I'm looking for. I would say it doesn't make it non-existent. It doesn't make it non-existent. Because you can't remember, it doesn't make it non-existent. It still exists, okay? Just because you can't remember it doesn't matter. It's still going on. And that was just my confirmation. So then I wake up for a little bit. I kind of like ponder over that, in my mind. And then I go back to sleep. Now, when I go back to sleep in this dream space, I'm traveling. I'm in a car. I'm in a passenger seat with a friend of mine. It's dark outside, and it's like we were in at this stop sign, and it was dark. And I told her, I was looking around because I said, I feel something that's not right. I said, drive. I said, just drive. I said, I feel and see somebody's going out. I was having foresight. I was seeing things before it occurred. So I was telling her in the car, I said, drive. She's like, ain't nobody out here. I said, I'm telling you to drive. Someone is going to come and try to attack us. And then she pulled off really slow. And when she started to pull off slow, I saw over to my left in the bushes this mask. This man had on a pullover mask. We've seen those. People wear bank robberies. I can't even think of the name of the mask, but a full-off head mask. And he jumps out and he's running. And he has a knife in his hand. And so she's driving. It seemed like this man was running at the same speed as she was driving. So I told her, I said, speed up. We gotta move. Speed up. We gotta miss him. Even when she was starting to speed up, it was like he started to speed up. And then mind you, we're in a vehicle on the road in this reality driving, and he's on foot, and he's able, just say you going 45, 50 miles per hour. This man was able to go 45, 55 miles per hour on foot. And so he was like right there. His goal was to, and I saw this in the dream, his goal was to open the door and stab her. Like he wanted to attack us. Why? I don't know. And so there's some other parts of the dream where I'm still making out because it was crazy. I'm still trying to, man, you can't do this shit. What the fuck? Sorry, y'all. People out here can't drive. But anyway, there's some other parts of the dream where I'm still trying to make out. But I wanted to hone in on that piece because that piece is very, very important. Reason being is that our gifts are coming online. They're coming online faster possibly than we know. I'm having more intuitive messages and hindsight visions, and I can't even think of the word right now. Y'all have to forgive me. I don't know all these words that are out. I don't know if it's clairvoyance or whatever. One of the clairs of where I can see into the future. These psychic abilities of where I can have foresight of things that are to come. And in that dream, that was just showing me that it's starting to come in even more, and I'm going to have to tell people things, and they may not even understand it. They may not get it, but they're going to have to follow through, because if they don't, it's going to be to their detriment. Now, a second part of it that I also received from it, and I've been saying this, y'all, there are forces that are powerful, right? There are light beings and star seeds, such as ourselves, me and you possibly that are watching, that are powerful beings. All right, there are some powerful beings who are light workers and star seeds. And then there are dark entities who are powerful beings. And they have powers and abilities just like we do. And they work on their craft, like I hope that you are working on your craft. Because we are two ends of the spectrum doesn't mean that because, and this is what I want you all to think, like whatever your ethnicity is or culture, we know we're not the only culture in this world, okay, because we've seen it. We have more understanding in that because we've seen other cultures. We've seen Asians, we've seen Mexicans, Caucasians, we've seen Africans. Well, we are African, but we've seen all Samoans, just all these different types of cultures. We've seen those. We know we're not the only ones here. But I want you to understand that there are also, just like the cultures are here, we see them. You know, we battle not against flesh and blood, but of things of, you know, higher forces, forces that are not of this realm, principalities that are higher and not of this realm. We know we battle against these spirits, okay? And higher dimensions as well as in this dimension too. And I just want you all to just be aware of that, because we'll move along in this world and be like, oh, I'm love and light, and love and light. And love and light is fine, and we are love and light, and you know, of course, but it's some hate and cruelty, it's some evil and vampires, it's some dark forces, it's all type of demons, and demonic, what we may call evil forces out here and there that oppose, I would say, the opposition. That's the best word that I can put for them, because we know we have all different types of angels. And so just don't think that, you know, it's just the love and light and everybody needs to be. Everybody doesn't need to be love and light. Everybody's not going to be love and light. Just like everybody's not going to be an indigenous woman. Everybody's not going to be a Caucasian male. Everybody's not going to be a Samoan child. You know, we're all different. And that's the makeup. But there's also an opposition. And there's always, this is one of the things I want people to understand based on where we are and the planet that we're in. There's always going to be opposition. All right? There's not going to be balance here. Okay? There's not going to be balance that stays on this planet. Now, we may have spurts of where we have some harmony, and then it'll go back to non-harmonic battles. Because the body is the same way. Right? The body is not always in a state of harmony. Now, we can do different things to help prolong staying in a state of harmony, just like right now I'm getting ready to do some Tai Chi Qigong. So once I do this, it's going to put my body, or even while I'm doing it and even afterwards, it's going to have my body in a state of harmony and peace and balance. And then I'm going to go out into this world and do some interaction, and then some of it may start wavering, right? It's not going to be balanced. It may be like, okay, I may have less harmony now that I've had a conversation with somebody who's going through something in their life. I may have less harmony right now because I heard something, receive a phone call message of some issues going on. So we got to understand, as within, so without. So the same thing that's going on in this physical vessel. That's why it's very, 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 very wise to know the body. Because once you know the body, you know the cosmos. And once you know the body, you know this existence we live in. And you know what's going to happen. All right? It puts you on a understanding of what is, not a fairy tale, but what really is. So yeah, y'all, that's what I wanted to share today. I am heading I'm heading at the park now. I have to teach the Tai Chi and Qigong class. That's going to be fun. And talk to you all later. Our frequencies.